Céline Sciamma. I am a director. I come from France. I'm a screenwriter also. I made 5 feature films. I'm 43 years old. So we made cinema when no one was making anything. We shot the film in a studio, in a bubble. It was a lockdown within a lockdown. And this very simple tale about loss became quite, was resonating with what was happening, that people were separated, that they would empty house, that there were goodbyes that weren't made, and each time you would actually see a face, it would be to film it. So suddenly, the fact that, even rehearsals, they were all masked, and suddenly the actors, they would take off their mask and would have the privilege of looking at a face, because this was this new perspective on, being free to breathe in a way. And so cinema was capturing that moment very suddenly, kind of in a sacred way. I really felt like casting sisters that would create like such a good environment of work, that they wouldn't have to meet, they wouldn't be this layer of social anxiety that would add to having to work together. And I enjoyed the fact that we would work with one family and that they would feel cared for. I really, really believe that cinema has the power to take an object and charge it with a whole different perception to the film. That in this glass, suddenly if your grandmother is drinking the glass and it's the last time you see her, then she puts the glass there, and then you're going to just have a shot of the glass later in the film. That glass is magic. That glass has been charged with a whole new emotion.
Je suis ton enfant. Tu viens du futur.
When I was writing the film, I was like, wow, this is a time traveling film, but I don't want to do a time traveling film. I don't want it. There's a machine that's gonna. I don't want to have to deal with how do we go back, and is there a time paradox? All these beautiful tools that are implied in time traveling films. So I decided that it would be a time traveling film without a time traveling machine, and also without a time, that it would be timeless. It was hard for the adults to actually believe in the whole process, but the kids, they had no problem with it. So I was like, okay, this is going to work, because they don't care, It's like, well, you go through this way and then you're at your house, and this way it's your mother's house. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm like, okay, this is working. They know. All the exteriors, the nature, it's shot where I was a kid, basically. And the house is also, I designed it from the memory of my 2 grandmothers' houses. And even the character of the grandmother is basically, based on my own grandmother. Casting someone to perform your own grandmother, I was like very emotional, but you have to stay, to have the right distance with what you're doing, so that it's not only your personal kick. It's a weird thing being a director, because you're doing your job and everyone's watching you doing your job. And so, your emotions, in a way, they're part of the set, they're part of the, so it can be scary to feel a little bit naked with your own personal story. But this is all behind the scenes in a way. And some of it I don't tell, of course.